Alright guys, today I'm going to be treating a 68-year-old patient with moderate unilateral hemiparesis and balance concerns. So basically, moderate unilateral hemiparesis is going to be weakness on one side of your body. It can be due to a stroke, traumatic brain injury, head injuries, anything along those lines. It can also be caused by some underlying problems like cerebral palsy and some other syndromes or diseases. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be focusing on a functional re-education techniques such as PNF patterns. We're going to go through the D1 flexion and extension, D2 flexion and extension for both the upper extremity and the lower extremity. Then we're going to be focusing on some balance exercises. So we're going to focus on some sit stands and then hopefully progress into more of a marching in the parallel bars, and then hopefully we're going to try to step over some low boxes. So again, like our patient has a balance concern, so we're going to start small and hopefully progress up. And then we're going to focus on some strengthening exercises. So we're going to start with the lower extremities. We're going to do some knee extension, knee flexion, and then we're also going to do an upper extremity exercise with the towel on the table. We're going to have them be doing pushing in or pushing out, bringing it back in, and then going out to the side, horizontal abduction and adduction. So I'm going to grab my patient and then we'll get started.
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see him?
Alright, so I went and grabbed my patient. So this is Mr. Myers here. So we're going to go ahead and jump into things. So, alright, Mr. Myers, so today we're going to focus on your hemiparesis and your right side of your body. Looks like you got some balance concerns that are going on, so we're going to focus on that too. So kind of what we want to start with and what we're going to try to do today is we're going to run through some simple exercises and re-education to kind of retrain that body on some simple movements and motions. And then we're going to go over to the parallel bars. We're going to practice some sit-to-stands and some simple marching in place, and then we'll get on to some strengthening exercises. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Ready to work?
I'm ready.
Alright, on a pain scale from 0 to 10, 0 being no pain, 10 being you need to call the ambulance to come get you, what would your pain scale be today?
I'd say about 4.
About a 4?
Yeah.
Alright. So for our first exercise, we're going to do some PNF patterns, some neuromuscular facilitation. Sounds like a big word, but they're not painful. We'll run you through that, alright? So I'm going to have you lay on your back for me.
Okay.
I'm going to raise this table. So we'll start with focusing on your upper extremities. So again, we're going to be going through this motion right here. I'm going to have your arm up. I'm going to go down just like this. We're going to come back up, just like that. So you can come over here and kind of get that motion. So what we're doing is we're just kind of focusing right here into this motion, back up to the chin. So just kind of like, this is a good re-education movement, just like if you'd be eating out of a cereal and hand to mouth, you're gonna be doing that motion a lot. So we wanna get him working here. And we're gonna do this for about 3 sets of 10, 6 to 10, somewhere in there. If he's tolerant, Will, how's that pain, all right?
Yeah,
Not too bad?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
All right, so there's one. We'll relax for just a second. Whenever you're ready to go, we'll go into another round of that. You ready?
Okay.
Alright, so again, we're just going to go back through these motions. Trying to teach this right side of the body what's it supposed to be doing and how it's supposed to be doing it. Here. Let's open these fingers up down here. And we're closing them here.
Feel that.
Do you? Do you feel alright?
Feels fine. It's
Alright, and relax. We'll have one more set of that.
okay.
You alright?
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll go one more set. Over here. Coming up. We'll get extension here. Coming up. Again, this is retraining those muscles. Just kind of teaching them what they're supposed to be doing. This is also good for range of motion and flexibility. We're kind of loosening all this stuff up before we get into the other exercises. All right, and relax. So for this next one, we're gonna try to reach over this body like this. Sore. Alright. It's over here. And then we're turning up just like this. Again, we're just going through this 3 sets of 6 to 10. Alright, relax. How's that feeling?
It's fine.
Not too bad.
Pain in my
A
shoulder.
little pain in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Could you rate that pain for me on a scale from 0 to 10?
Oh, it's about a 3 or 4.
About a 3 or 4. So again, we'll go through that just, and if your patient's, he said his shoulder's kind of hurting just a little bit, it wasn't too drastic. So again, if that's the case, you might knock down the reps a little bit. Like we were doing 10, we might stick to 6 this time. Kind of keep it light for him. You still want to get the re-education involved, but you also don't want to just fatigue him and just shoot his pain all the way through the roof. This is more of a re-education, range of motion, feel good exercise, teaching those muscles what they should be doing. So we're gonna do that one more time, alright?
Okay. Good to go.
Right here.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the PNF for the upper extremities. So now we're going to move down to the lower extremities. So that was both D2 or D1 flexion extension and D2 flexion extension. So for the legs, do you have any issues going on with your legs or anything like that? Maybe stiff or anything?
No.
So what we're going to be doing is we're just going to kind of be going right here, kind of up like that. And then we're going to come down here and try to point that toe if you can. Good. We're doing the same motion here 3 to 10 times. 6 to 10, somewhere in there. Again, we're just trying to get that range of motion. Trying to show these muscles kind of basic actions we would do. Alright, and relax. Feeling alright still?
Yeah.
Your head alright on the table there?
Doing good.
We're gonna do that 2 more times, alright? So again, we're here. Just coming down. And relax. How's that feel? Still sore? You alright?
I'm fine, yeah.
Good deal.
It's sore.
Kind of feeling those muscles activating still?
Yeah, you sure can.
Feeling you stretch out a little bit?
Absolutely.
Good deal. Alright, and one more set of those, so keep it light. We're just working through that range of motion. Just supporting that knee too. You don't want to let that knee just flop around. Supporting the heel. Two more. And relax. So we're gonna have one more set of the PNF D2 for the lower extremity. and then we'll move on to some other exercises. How's that sound? Does that sound alright?
Sounds great.
Sounds good. So for this one, you're gonna kind of focus on that adduction. This one's weird. I want you to bend that knee down. We're just focusing on kind of going out like this.
You sure feel that?
And then back in. Out. They kind of call this one like it looks like a dog's peeing. I know that's unprofessional, but it's a fun way to describe it because I mean everybody's seen that, so it's a good icebreaker for your patients too. It's something they can relate to. They kind of know what it looks like, gives them an idea of what to perform. Relax. How's that?
Good.
Feel like a man. So we only have 2 more sets of that. So we're gonna start. Just kind of down as best we can. You're not looking just to stretch this so much. You're more of just teaching those muscles what they're supposed to be kind of performing. Like I said, re-education, range of motion.
You sure feel it right there.
At the end, up here at the top.
Right.
Do you have any sharpshooting pain or anything like that?
No, it's just a kind of a, I
Relax.
don't know, about 2, 3.
2 or 3. Yeah, as long as there's no sharpshooting pain,
No, it's not.
it'll be alright. So this is a good starting exercise, so we can kind of get warmed up, get their muscles activated, get kind of their everything loosened up, so we can jump into the next exercise. So we have 1 more set of that. You ready?
Yeah.
Trying to point that toe, bring it up. And back down. Two more. And relax. Alright. So how's that pain after the sets of the peanut? A little better?
Oh, good.
A little bit? Alright, you can raise up for me? Going up. Yeah, make you jump off. How's that? Everything feel okay?
Yeah, feels good.
Good? You ready to go to the next one?
Sure.
Alright, stay here. I'm gonna grab your gate belt.
Okay.
So for our next one, I'm gonna have you go over to the parallel bars like we talked about. And then I'll show you what to do once we get over there.
Okay.
Maybe. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
We're just gonna get right up here into these parallel bars.
Okay.
I just want you to have a seat in that chair.
All right.
So what we're gonna be doing here, we're gonna focus on some sit stands. That's something we do every day. You gotta get up out of the bed, gotta get up out of the car, sit down to eat. Something we do every day. So what I just want you to do, if you can use these bars for help if you need it, stabilization, stuff like that. So we're just mainly focusing on just getting up, sitting nice and tall, trying to get our head about us, and then we're just gonna sit right back down. We're gonna try to do 6 to 10 of those. All right.
Okay.
So if you want, just go ahead. Good. Tighten this up for you. Feel good? You don't feel dizzy?
No.
Okay. Back down. Good. How you feeling?
I feel fine.
Feel good?
Not dizzy or anything. It'll be easier with these.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I don't need them.
Just whatever you feel comfortable with.
I'm okay with this. Well,
Maybe not.
not so much.
Good. And relax.
Okay.
Alright, how's your pain on that? 0 to 10, 0 being no pain, 10 being you gotta call the ambulance.
No, I don't know. 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Somewhere around there.
Not too bad.
Not bad at all.
Do you need a drink of water or anything like that?
No, I'm fine. It's
So again, we're just focusing on sit to stands right now. Kind of getting up tall, getting our head straight, focusing, making sure we're not wobbly, our balance is intact, and it's also a good strength exercise for your legs. And like I said, you can use these parallel bars if you need them. Right now he's doing really good without them, but if you need them, they're there. If he gets wobbly, they're there to catch him, and I'm also right here guarding him. So let's just do one more set of those. We'll do about 6, and then we can jump into the next exercise. So go ahead. Good. Go tall. Breathing.
Six, you say?
Yeah. What are you at? 3? This is 3?
2. This is 3.
3. We'll do 6.
I think I might have to have these.
That'll work.
No, that's better.
Better. See, right now we're trying to focus more on the balance side of things. As long as you're not getting wobbly, we're doing all right.
I got one more.
One more. Balance feel okay?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds good.
Especially
Yeah.
with these.
They help. Take a small break and we'll move into another exercise.
All right.
Alright, for this one, I just want you to stand up. I want you to get your bearings about you, and we're just gonna march back and forth. We're gonna try to get to 30 seconds, and then we'll take a break. Alright, so whenever you're ready, I'll start the timer and we'll get up and get going.
I'm ready.
We're just light marches. The parallel bars are here if you need them. Just looking ahead, we're breathing. How was that? Balance still okay?
It
Feel
did.
confident?
It felt good.
Good deal. Any pain right now, 0 to 10?
Not a whole lot. Just barely, a little bit, but not much.
Good deal.
Must be working.
Must be, I hope so. Set this timer. Do one more set of that. So whenever you're ready, go ahead. You look like you're doing pretty good right now. You think we can step over a box or two?
We can try.
We can try. So he's progressing well. His balance is intact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a box. We'll say this one. Start with this one. It's just another little exercise. You can practice stepping over. It might be like a curve or anything, everyday lifestyle. So basically with this, we want to focus more on the incorporating everyday life that we have to do every day. That sounded like it was repetitive, but oh well. So what I'm gonna have you do, you can see me relax for a second right now. I'm just gonna have you stand up, and all I want you to do is, scoot out. So I just want you to stand here. I just want you to step over. And I want you to get your balance. I want you to turn, step back over.
Okay.
So. So again, we're just stepping over. Get that head up, looking good. Get your balance, feeling good. And then turn around. Step back over.
You probably don't need to be using these.
Those are just there for safety. If you feel comfortable using them, you can use them. If not, good. We'll get the balance and we'll turn around. And we'll just do 5 of these. So that's 2. So we'll go 3. Make sure the head's up, looking tall. Get my breath. Good. Turn around. How you feel?
I'm all right. Yeah.
Make sure that head's up. All right. Go ahead. Let's see. How you feel?
Tired.
Tired? How's the balance feeling? You feel like you're
Balance.
oriented pretty well?
Yes, sir. The balance is good.
That one's tough too. You gotta step over in. We're spinning. We're adding a bunch of this motion. So it's good. It's good.
How about the big one?
The big one?
Yeah.
We'll save that for next treatment, alright?
Okay.
We're gonna go over here and focus on some strengthening, alright? You ready?
Good.
So we're gonna go back to this mat right here.
Okay.
Just want you to have a seat. I'll raise you up. That's good. So what we're gonna be doing right now, we're just gonna be here. We're just gonna focus on that knee. We're raising it up. Just like that. We're gonna do 6 to 10 of those. 3 sets.
3 sets of 6 to 10. It takes a little effort.
So this muscle's working your quads right here. It's actually a 2 joint muscle, so it can be a hip flexor as well. Knees. How's that? Feel alright?
Yeah, I can feel it.
Do you have any sharp tooth pain or anything like that?
No,
No
just
pain?
just a little 2 or 3 small pain.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
He's getting to his in range here too, so that's really another thing we're looking at. Trying to see if we can get all the way up. He's good. It doesn't go with holding the muscle contraction there. You relax. So that's kind of some of the things we're looking forward to. Getting all the way through that range. And we're feeling that contraction here.
You sure feel it.
You ready?
You may show you a few. I'm wore out.
One more. We'll do one more.
Okay. Oh, one more of these.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I can feel that.
He's getting a good contraction here. So that means I can tell he's actually doing a good work. Making sure that knee is straight here. We're not getting too much abduction or anything like that. So we're not. He has a good control of it. And relax. You need a drink? No?
This gun's fine.
Is that working pretty good though? You felt it?
You can feel it right there. Yes.
He's getting to a pretty good amount of fatigue, so I know he's getting a lot of strengthening. Otherwise, I would grab a cuff weight, I'd wrap it around his ankle here, and that could be some resistance that I would add into getting a little bit more of a force on that. But as I can see here, he's getting a good contraction, and he's getting to that close to fatigue, so we're gonna keep it just active right now. So again, I'm gonna have you stand up for me. So with this one, alright, so you wanna watch me real quick?
Sure.
I'm gonna have you hold here for some balance, stability. I'm just gonna have you get that right leg. We're just gonna try to bring that foot up to your buttocks as best you can, alright? So if you want to switch sides, or you can stand on that side. So again, we can hold there.
Ow.
Sore.
Yeah,
Right there.
I don't think I'll ever get it up. How many of these?
6 to 10 or so. Is it sharpshooter pain?
No, I tell you, it's like a cramp.
Cramp?
Yeah. Do that very often.
We're trying to keep everything straight here, so you can relax for me. So he's kind of getting some sway here. He's got a little cramp here, so we're gonna switch some things up. You never know what you might run into, so you just gotta be ready. So I'm just gonna have you sit on this table for me. Yeah. And so what I'm gonna do is he's having a little trouble with that end range. I'm gonna kind of stabilize here at the knee. And so I'm just gonna be here. I'm gonna ask you to just push. I'm gonna have you do this motion.
Okay.
I want you to push against me. I'm gonna give you a slight resistance.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. So we're just gonna hold that. Hold, and relax.
Okay.
So it's just a isometric of the hamstrings here. It's the same thing we're working when we were standing up. But now we're just doing it where it's not to a full range, so he's able to get a little bit more contraction out of that, and he's not sore. Everything's in line. He's not having any substitutions. So we'll do this for 3 sets. We'll do 6 to 10 second holds this time. So again, hold, relax. Are you feeling it?
Oh, yeah.
You feeling it right up under here?
Yeah, but it's not hurting. It's just I can feel it, but it's not hurting.
Again, we'll do one more set of that. Hold, and relax.
Right there.
That's where you're supposed to be feeling it. what's the pain on those after doing those leg exercises? 0 to 10.
That's not much at all.
Not much.
0, maybe 1. Still a bit.
Hold on just a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you come sit in this chair for me. Can you come closer so you kind of see that? So, kind of what we're doing here. And how you I'm gonna raise it up where your shoulders level. We're just gonna push that towel forward. I'll scoot you back so you're not hitting this right here, but scoot forward just like this. We're gonna bring it back. Okay, scoot forward, bring it back. So, we're at 90 with the arm. Bring it back just a little bit. Let's do that. And then we're just pushing forward. You can grab it. And straight back. Just like that. How's that? Is that alright?
Yeah.
Should. Is that 3?
Yes.
I'll do 6.
I think that's 6.
Relax. How's that? Feeling it?
It felt on the shoulder pretty good.
Where are you feeling it at?
Right.
Right back here, on the scapular area.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
So we'll do 2 more sets of that. So whenever you're ready. So I'm just gonna make sure I'm gonna palpate his muscle back here, see if I can feel it. Just making sure it's working. Still feeling alright?
Yeah. Make sure you feel it.
Feel it? You get tired?
Yeah, I'm okay, but you can feel it going all right through there.
No sharp shooting pain or anything like that?
No. It's just move. I can feel it working.
Alright, you relax.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're getting some good work done.
I can tell.
So again, the legs were a strengthening exercise for the lower extremities, and then this is going to be a strengthening exercise for this upper extremity. And all treatment besides the parallel bars, we've been focusing more on the right side of the body. That's where the hemiparesis was. So that's kind of what we're trying to do here, is we're strengthening the side that was involved, trying to get it back to normal, trying to get him to recovery and make everyday life better, in a way to say. So for this one, here, let me see this down. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing. This time we're just gonna go out. Back. How's that?
Feel that in there.
Right in there?
But that's an old wore out shoulder
Yeah.
too.
Is there sharp shooting pain or anything like that?
No.
No pain like that?
I haven't had much pain at all, really. I'm surprised. good right here. This is good. This works.
And you can relax. So again, most of these exercises, we're going to be doing 3 sets of 6 to 10. We're kind of getting to that point of fatigue, so we know that they're getting strengthening out of it. And we're just really focusing on making sure that they can perform these in the right ranges of motion, in the right neutral positions, or in the right positions at all. You don't want them out of position. They'll be hurting themselves if they do that, so we just want to make sure we're kind of at the 90 here. I know he's mentioned he had kind of a rough shoulder, so again, that's why we're not at full 90. Sometimes you got to make accommodations, so that's what we're doing. So again, we're going to do 3 sets of 6 to 10, kind of whatever he gets to fatigue at. Once you get to fatigue, you can kind of tell that you're getting actual strength out of that muscle. How's that? Working all right?
It's fine. Yeah, it's working good. Be a new man in a little while.
That's the plan. You getting pretty tired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. And again, they don't always have to be. They don't always have to be 3 sets. I mean, it kind of depends on every patient's different. He's good with 3 sets. He can also do. As you saw, we've done a couple of 2 sets. It's kind of whatever your patient's getting to fatigue at. As long as you're getting to fatigue and you're strengthening and working, and he's getting there, then there's no set in stone about where you have to be with sets or reps or anything like that. So again, after treatment today, what was your pain scale at? 0 being no pain, 10 being you have to go to the ER or call the ambulance. After everything we did, what would you rate your pain?
Not hardly any.
No pain? 1 maybe? Good deal. Well, that's going to be the end of our treatment today, and then I'll see you next time.
Okay, thank you.